we're doing today is showing needles and pins and the various methods and uses of them. Now, needles and pins, we were considered in upholstery under the needle arts, and you'll see why in a second. If we pan down, I'm going to explain each needle or pin and explain what it's used for. And of course, this would be more traditional, as we said in the opening segment on YouTube. We're talking about traditional methods of upholstery. You won't see too many pneumatic machines hooked up here. This is a German needle, and German needles, or button needle as they're more commonly known, is used for putting buttons through an already upholstered piece of furniture. And what you do is you have a clasp down here with two ends of a twine coming through this way. The clasp, there's this spring up here that pushes the hammer down and releases the clasp inside the piece of furniture so that you have a slip, and then you can make a slip knot around the button. That's a German needle. Now what we see here, these three are curved needles, and curved needles are very unique to upholstery. We use it to hand stitch out sides with. Mainly in the old days we used it, and I still do it today because we do a lot of traditional furniture here at Upholstery on Broadway. But these needles are very big curved needles. You wouldn't be doing hand stitching with that. And what makes them big is the distance between here, and this is a 5.5 inch or 6 inch curved needle. This is a 5, this is a 3. But these needles were used primarily for sewing horsehair down onto a deck or onto burlap or onto webbing. A very essential part of pre-World War II upholstery would be horsehair, a miracle batting in upholstery. The reason that is that horsehair, when it's shaven from the horse, not from the mane, not from the tail, it actually offers, each little hair is like a mini spring. And horsehair will last 200 years. Some of the most famous tushes in history have been sitting on horsehair. Now we go to the next one, we go to a button needle. This is also a button needle, this is a button needle, but this button needle is used to go through the front of a piece of furniture and then to exit when you have the outside back on a piece upholstered, so that you have two loose ends of a twine, the button's on the front, and you tie the back with the slip knot. That's a button. Then we have regulators. This is a regulator used on the surface of a muslin and horsehair, but also after you're finished, if you have a really nice needle, which an upholsterer usually will have two, one very pointed for surface or going through fabric, and another one for using it through horsehair. It's usually a firmer regulator, but they're both regulators. Then we have an assortment of pins that we use. Upholsterers have their own pin. This is an upholstery pin. It's a 4-inch pin we use to hold fabric and hold other, like burlap out of the way, and etc. These are T-pins. We also have straight common pins. These are used also probably more when you're sitting down at the sewing machine and you have two pieces that you're sewing together. And that's it for needles. We will next week get into more upholstery techniques. Thank you very much.